What is up, you fishing fanatics? Your boy Ian from Coast to Coast Fishing is making his first solo video, and today I'm going to be doing the Tackle Block Tuesday on shark reels and shark rods for what you need to get started for what pound class sharks you're going to be targeting. I'm going to be going over 3 different kinds. I'm going to be going off of boat, pier, and land-based, which is kayaking out baits and whatnot. So jumping straight into the video, we're going to start out with our pier reels. So everyone has these big bad reels that put out 30, 40 pounds of drag on a pier. You really don't need that, you know. I have a little Avid LX, non-MC, non-Raptor, nothing fancy. You know, 20 pounds of drag. It casts great, good clicker, nice and loud. And, you know, I got 300 yards of 50-pound braid and about 100 yards of 40-pound mono. Somehow it hasn't taken up the whole spool, but I mean, it just makes it easier to cast. You know, you can catch up to a 6-7 foot pier shark. You know, you've seen Dalton do it in one of the previous episodes. And I also have a second one if I am casting big baits like stingray, you know, crevalle, cow nose, all that good stuff. I have a Speedmaster 16, which just puts about 35 pounds of drag. That's still overkill. You only need something in that 20 to 30 pound class. Once again, I got 40-pound braid and 40-pound mono. Great reel, 2-speed. You know, that's always nice to have, but it's not necessarily, you don't have to have it. And then just pair that with a nice long reel or rod. Yeah, that. And then if you're old school and, you know, you're catching a lot of stingrays, I got myself a little Penn Senator 4-aught. Dude, this reel, you can find these at pawn shops for like 40 bucks. You can go to any tackle shop, get any single part you need for this. Perfect reel, you know, best in the business. One of the best. Has been around since probably before your dad was born. So, and then just a quick side note, if you're fishing for sharks 3 feet and under, like you're out in the bay, you know, not offshore, not in there, like you're in the bay throwing like little pieces of mullet, I got you an Avid SX with a custom power knob on like a 7.5 foot like catfish rod. This will work just good. You know, this casts a mile. You've seen in the other videos. Great reel. Look at that, it's still spinning. Like $30, one of the best power knobs. I love these, and I love that about Avids. They're just good reels, just by the way. So shout out to Avid. I would love to have a sponsorship from Avid. So moving right along, we have our boat reels, which everybody thinks that you need these big, crazy, giant reels for boats. You really don't, because if you think about it, when you hook up to a shark and you're on a boat, say it does make a 400-yard run, you're still going to have 500 yards of line left, and you can just jump in the boat and go chase it down. And if you can't go chase it down, then you're a nerd, you're slow. So, you know, pick up the anchor faster. So, to start off, I got a Penn Squall 30 VSW. The 50 model is one of the best budget shark reels ever, and the 30 is just all right up there with it. It's just a little bit smaller, so I wouldn't really want it for beach shark fishing. Low gear, high gear, really nice loud clicker. And, you know, best money for the reel, you know, 300, 350. I think they're like 320 on Amazon right now. Got 700 yards of 130-pound braid and about 50 of 100-pound mono. You could run lighter line, you could run 65, you could run 80, you could run 100, depending on which size sharks. You can catch up to about an 8-footer on this, and if you're on a boat, you can catch literally any shark in the Galveston, you know, Texas coast area. If you work your drag right and run it down. This actually only has 33 pounds of drag, so that's still 7 pounds of drag less than your Shimano Speedmaster. So you really don't need drag. Like, yes, you need drag, but you don't need a crazy amount of drag to put on these sharks with these bigger reels. That 4-aught only has about 15 pounds of drag. Well, you want at least 20 pounds of drag for any application, except for land-based. Land-based, you need at least 30, 40. You know, you really don't want to be killing those sharks when you have your bait 600 yards out. But, you know, the 4-aught, once again, good reel. Penn 30, once again, a very good reel. Big old rod clamps. And moving right along, we are coming up on our big, expensive rods. So this is your Avid 30 wide. This is retailing about $550 right now. I wouldn't be surprised if the price keeps going up. But, once again, very, very good reel. This, I got about 800 yards of 80-pound braid with about 100 of 80-pound mono. So a little bit lighter tackle, but that's fine. It more than well makes up with that with the drag. Really, once again, nice loud clicker. And then I have it on a uni butt because I fish this on the boat. So I just have a straight butt. You really don't need a bent butt. You know, that's more of a tuna thing. But for sharks, I got a straight butt. And I got it on a 7-foot Fenwick. This is either an 80 or 130 class. I'm not sure. It's custom. All rollers. You can use this off the surf, but you got to make sure you know how to take care of your rollers and whatnot right. And it just screws in just like that. And there's your nice shark combo for your boat. The big dogs. So these are definitely going to be your land-based shark fishing. These are going to be your 20-plus pound baits. These are going to be your clickbait reels, the big screaming ones. You saw the shark video, which was not clickbait. We saw this reel getting dumped. This is an Avid 80 wide. This is a lot bigger than the 30s. You know, just for comparison, absolutely dwarfs it. That's even with perspective. This is going to put out like 60 pounds of drag. This has 1,500 yards of 130-pound braid and 300 yards of 130-pound mono. You're catching any shark in Texas and on this. You can catch a 12-footer on this. You can catch 8-footer, 6-footer. You can catch anything on these reels. These reels are absolute beasts. $900, best on the market. Great clickers. I myself have a thing for clickers, so I love those. Good 2-speed. And like I said, 60 pounds of drag, 40 at strike. More than a mile of line. Quite literally. Best reels on the market. So I have a second option for one. I have about 1,500 yards of 100-pound braid and 100-pound mono to top this one off. I have a little bit lighter. And yes, it can run really high drag, but I set it a little bit lower. And I have it on a 7-foot Star Aerial with a roller tip. This thing weighs like 15 pounds. Big, heavy combo. Really nice. Really big, really bulky. Like I said, you can catch anything on this. Avids are the best in the business. Get you an Avid. So that about does it for this Tackle Tuesday. This was shark gear. Next week, I'll probably be tuning in to do shark rigs with your wire, your mono, your offshore, your everything. But this was the rigs and the reels and the rods and whatnot for land-based, boat, and pier. So please drop a comment, like, follow, share. Let us know what we should do better. Let us know what we couldn't do. Let us know if you have any video requests. We'll get right back to you. Thank you for watching.